Hey O'Neill Outside family. I thought I would give you a tour here of the studio and show you what goes on my end during the streaming radio show and the syndicated radio show. So first of all, up there is my atomic clock, which keeps us on time. And then if you come down to the rack of equipment, the first thing in the rack, I've got to move my chair out of the way there. First thing in the rack is the WSB radio access box. That's what WSB sends to me. And then underneath that is the satellite uplink. That's what I send to the folks at SB Nation. And then I've got all my equipment plugged in so it communicates different ways through my patch bay. Got a compressor unit underneath the patch base here. That's this unit right here. It's old technology, but that's how I keep the signal level that I get from Jason. I can't get him to keep the phones level to save my life, so I am going to use this compressor to keep everything under control. So anyway, that's the top part of the rack. Excuse me moving around while I sit down. We also have ways to record. We have this DP1 here, which records in MP3 files, and you can record onto an external hard drive or a card, a SPID card if you want to. And then I've also got this 8-track recorder if we ever need to record anything. Now then, these on my left ear, I wear the same kind of headset Gail O'Neill does, and this is how I communicate. It's how I listen to and talk to my engineer Franklin at SB Nation. So anyway, then we come over here to the board, which is where we send everything out. And I actually have 3 sets of speakers. The ones on top is what's in queue to go on the air. The one on the bottom is what is on the air. And then these little ones over here is what I'm hearing from the streaming video, the live stream computer. And this is the live stream computer right here. This is where I'm accessed to the one at the cabin. And this is where I control everything. I have a special keyboard for that, which has all kinds of shortcuts and things. And eventually we'll be adding graphics very soon and B-roll of other videos and things. This little keyboard here is what I use on my phone. This is the only way I have to communicate with Jason at WSB. I can't use any more ears than I'm using, so Jason and I type back and forth when I need to send something to him, although he's not the best at replying, but that's how I get in touch with him. So then over here is the headset that I use on my right ear that I use to talk to Gail O'Neill during the show. And then we've got different little outboard gear and stuff I need for things. Over here, this bottom computer has all the music and intros and things like that for the show. Up here is my monitor for the SB Nation computer. Right next to that is the monitor for the WSB computer. And of course I've got keyboards here that slide in and out for everything. Then you go over here, and this computer right here is how I keep tabs on what's going on the air on the O'Neill Outside page. This is where once we get going, I listen and see how the sound is, how the level is and everything. I've also got a clock on here that I use. I wish you could make it bigger because I would recommend it to you guys, but this is the actual clock that we use, but this is the automated one. You can see it kind of has a second hand, but that's really a minute hand to show you where you are in the segment. And at the top it has the time, and at the bottom, which I don't think this is going to focus right. Let's see if it does. No, it's not going to. Anyway, it has the time remaining in the segment. And that's real handy for me. And then up here, I know I've got Netflix on right now, but that's where I usually have news on. I always have news on during the day, and especially during the show in case we have any breaking news. So, if we go over to my desk, excuse the ladder, I haven't put it up yet, and I had to change the light bulb in my ceiling fan. I'll go over here to my desk computer, and this is where Brian works. Now, he's got an extra monitor if he needs it for something, but he's piggybacked onto me. I need him to get me in and out of the breaks. So I'm training him this week on how to load spots and what spots run, because there are not enough hands with me by myself, mainly because I had to take over some things that we can't get WSB to do. So anyway, Brian's going to help me get in and out of the breaks, and then I will be running the cameras and stuff during the actual show. So God bless Brian for getting up with us. I sure appreciate that. I know you guys do too. So anyway, that's kind of what goes on here. I thought you might want to see all the stuff that goes into making the show. There you go. So I usually get in about 2:30 to test everything, make sure everything is on. I connect with O'Neill, make sure the cameras are working, that we can connect with WSB, that we can connect with SB Nation. I get everything set up, and then I go get some coffee. So anyway, that's it, and I just thought I'd share that with you. So, oh, and there's my can of Fire-Aid down there. So any Saturday morning that you think of me, this is where I'm at. So I'll see you later.